Hello. Do you ever count with your fingers? Have you ever wondered why learning music theory improves math skills? And how do we use math skills in music? Well, let's put two and two together as I reveal reason number 7 in the top 15 reasons why we learn music theory faster through play. And we're going to use counting our fingers in a little math method in learning time signatures as we play Raindrop Rhythms. Well, I'm Glory. Thanks, Sola. That was Sola, by the way. Sola and Tito. And I'm Glory St. Germain from Ultimate Music Theory. And after years of teaching and professional development and research, I created the Ultimate Music Theory program together with Shelagh McKibbon-U'Ren. And we've impacted thousands of teachers through the Ultimate Music Theory certification course, the Ultimate Music Theory workbooks, the app, and games to share these concepts in how to learn music theory more effectively. And I am so excited to share these must-have step-by-step strategies to teach music theory more effectively in an engaging, fun, and memorable way. Now, here's why you learn music theory faster through play. Reason number 7, concept connections, music and math. And today we're going to connect math and music in learning time signatures. Now, this requires counting, of course, identifying rhythm symbols of notes and rests, and understanding the math of combining different combinations of note values and rest values to equal a specific number of beats that are in each measure, and identifying the pulse of duple, triple, and quadruple meter. Now, research shows that play-based learning enhances a child's ability to think, to communicate, and understand the connections of music and math. How cool is that, right? Using the building blocks of playing games, which we're going to be doing today, woohoo, playing games, help students connect mathematical concepts of division in time signature and connecting that in music theory. So our music math today is time signatures through playing a game called Raindrop Rhythms from the Basic Music Theory Game Pack. So this is in the little game pack here. And these are actually included in the party pack, in your Ultimate Music Theory party pack. When you learn through play, you don't even know how much you're learning. You're just having fun and learning at the same time. Today, we're going to be learning about time signatures as introduced in the Ultimate Music Theory Basic Rudiments Workbook and playing a game from the Basic Game Pack. So the UMT guide and chart, which is on the back of your games here, features a note and rest value chart. And that indicates, I'll just put it down here. Oh, sorry, wrong one. And that indicates the note and rest values and how we're going to identify those when we're looking at our time signatures. It also shows the grouping of the pulse from 2, 3, and 4 when that's the top number, and the bottom number is your basic beat. So we're going to learn all about that today as we play our Basic Music Theory Game Pack, and it actually correlates to the Basic Rudiments Workbook. So this is your Basic Rudiments Workbook. If you don't have it yet, it's a must-have get. And inside here, you're going to be learning all about simple time. Simple, duple, triple, and quadruple time. So it's going to be super, super cool. So inside the Basic Rudiments Workbook, students are learning all about that. Now, here's the really cool thing. Sheila and I came up with this exclusive system in identifying pulse in each measure. And this system is called scoops. You can see them right here. So a scoop is a visual representation of one basic beat. And it helps students group notes together so they can easily identify the time signature. Now, before we play our game, let's take a look at the whiteboard. I've got a little something special prepared for you. All right. So now, when we look at the whiteboard, and by the way, this whiteboard is included inside your party pack, we're going to learn how do we identify time signatures? Like, what's the easiest way? So the top number identifies how many equal groups of notes and rests are in each measure. And I've indicated that here with our scoops. Oh, sorry. So duple is 2, should be using our fingers to count, 2, triple is 3, or quadruple, which of course is 4. And the bottom number tells you what kind of note equals 1 count. So let's get started. In the first measure, we have to count how many scoops we have, and I'll be writing these in here. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So we have 4 equal groups. So the top number must equal 4. Go ahead and put that in here now. So we know that the top number is 4 because we have 4 equal groups. So after we put that in, the top number, which of course is 4, we have to know that it's quadruple, but we also want to know what is the bottom number. So we have to determine what kind of note is equal to each group. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 quarter notes, when a quarter note is represented by the number 4. So we have 4 quarter notes in each measure. Now here's the interesting thing. In the next measure, we also have 4 groups. So go ahead and count that with me. 1, 2, 3, 4 scoops, right? So this time the top number is 4 again. So I'm going to go ahead and write that in here. The top number is 4. Now, in order to identify the bottom number, we have to know what kind of note is equal to each count. And this time it's a half note. So it's quadruple time again, but this time the bottom number will be 2 as it represents the half note. There we go. So now we have quadruple time, both times, right? And we have quadruple time, which is 4, 4, and we have quadruple time, which is 4, 2. So let's take a look at the next one. So the first thing we have to do is count how many scoops we have. So we count 1, 2, 3. So the top number has to be 3. Very good. So now there's no other choice. When you have 3 equal groups, the top number must be 3. And this is in triple time. We know that. Now we need to identify what's the bottom number. And so here we see that we have 1, 2, 3 eighth notes, and therefore an 8 on the bottom will represent the bottom number, which is 8. So now this time it's going to be 8 on the bottom as it represents the 8th note, but we still have one more to do. In the last one, we see that we have 1, 2 groups. So that means the top number must be 2. We counted 1, 2. And because we have 2 scoops, as Sheila and I call it, we now need to identify the bottom number. We know the top number is 2. So at the bottom, we see that each group is equal to 1 half note, which represents the number 2. So now we're going to put a 2 on the bottom because we have 2 time, right? So now we understand the math of time signatures, and it's time to play our music theory game. Are you excited? By now, if you've been watching all of our videos, you probably know I'm a pretty happy person and I like to have fun and I like to play games. So today we're going to play a Raindrop Rhythm game from the Basic Rudiments game pack. So I'm about to show you. How cool is that? It is so colorful. Now, Joanne Barker is an Ultimate Music Theory certified teacher, and she is the UMT games designer, and she created all of these games for us, and we absolutely love them. And they're laminated, and so you can easily use your dry erase marker that comes with your whiteboard kit when you want to play the game. Now, on the back is 6 ways to play the game, and today we're going to play 2 ways, one at the tabletop and one at the piano. Are you ready? Okay, good. So we're going to play Sola Says. So, hey, Sola, there she is. Sola she's like a little movie star, you know. Sola says, for example, I'll just take a look at the back here. So Sola says, for an example, that you're going to find a raindrop rhythm with 2 quarter notes. And when the students find the raindrop, so Sola says, find a raindrop with 2 quarter notes, then they simply draw a line to connect the rhythm to the correct cloud, right? So here's 2 quarter notes, so that would be 2, 4 time. So you can see I've done a few for you on how you can connect each raindrop to the correct cloud, whether it's duple, quadruple, or triple time. And don't forget your umbrella. Sola says. Sola says. It's fun, it's easy, and it's a great way to connect math and music in learning time signatures. Now you can also clap the raindrops and have your students clap them back. So speaking of clapping for a second here, we probably should do a little Tito tap. So Tito, here is my little friend Tito. So Tito loves to tap because he absolutely loves rhythm and he's the coolest guy on the planet. So when we're doing Tito taps, we want to look at the rhythmic patterns, right? And that we've created right here on the whiteboard. So for the first one in 4/4 time, we're going to tap and count 1, which is our rest. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? In the next one, we see we have 4 2 times. So we're going to count 4 again. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, and 4. But notice that in 4/4 time, the quarter note equals 1 count. And in 4/2 time, the half note equals 1 count. And it's really fun for students to engage in their whiteboard, and they can also use their little eraser, so if they make a mistake in adding their time signatures, it just takes a second to erase it. And it's fun. It's fun to actually erase. I don't know why, but it is. So one of the great things about engaging in play is that we engage in all 3 modalities: visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. And the more fun we have in learning through play, the more we want to play to learn, right? So now we've done our Tito taps. We've recognized what time signatures are, and we've written them out, and we've tapped them out. So now it's time to listen at the piano. So now let's take a look at the piano variations. So on the back of your game pack, I'm just going to flip it over, and it says at the tabletop and also at the piano. So now we're going to play a game called Smack That Rhythm. Okay, so smack. We all love to smack something every now and then, even if it's a mosquito. So the teacher plays a melody on the piano using any, pentascale or whatever you'd like from the rhythm on one of the raindrops. Okay, and then the student will smack or high five with Tito when they identify the correct rhythm. If it's correct, you can just check off the little raindrop and match it up to the correct time signature. And if it's incorrect, then you just play the game again. So I'm going to play a little rhythm for you. Okay, are you ready? Just do a little pentascale rhythm here. Listen. Listen to it again. Okay, let's go ahead and tap that together. You ready? T, 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 ta, ta. So now we're going to look at the raindrop rhythms and have Tito, because, he's the rhythm guy, right? And he can help you find the rhythm, T, 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 ta, ta, and just smack that rhythm. Just smack that little guy right there. It's just kind of a little high five, and it's fun to play, right? And just give him that little smack, high five. Yay, nice job. Solo might want to play a game too. So now that you have your students play the rhythmic pattern with you, they could maybe also play it back, so we have a little game that way. You might want them to play the rhythm at an octave higher or at an octave lower. So what happens if I play the same rhythm and I'll just go 1 step higher. So now we've engaged in not only learning the rhythm, but also that we can change the tonality if we just step up playing the exact same rhythm, but starting on a different key. So we're always learning, right? I like to do things differently. And very often students will come up with their own game ideas. And I'm just like, hey, great idea, right? The more, the merrier. It's cool to just engage in different ways of doing it. So here's another cool little tip that you can do with your whiteboard. So on the back side is blank. Okay, hopefully it's not too shiny there. On the back side is blank. And I've drawn a few little clouds on here. I think you can see it okay. And I know what you are thinking. Glory, musician, yes. Artist, not so much. But never be embarrassed, right? Just do your best. Now, when I'm playing a little melody on the piano, I want my students to identify if it's duple, triple, or quadruple meter. So here's my pentascale again. And this time we wanted to identify what is the meter. So here it is. Okay, you're listening. Okay, listen. Remember we tapped it? T, 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 ta, ta. Let's count it. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So if the top number was 4, then we would say the time signature is in quadruple meter. And now you can use colored markers too, dry erase markers, of course, and just draw a little raindrop underneath your duple time signature. And I think it's a lot of fun just to engage in different ways of playing and learning our music. So I hope that you have enjoyed playing Raindrop Rhythms from the basic game pack and learning about time signatures and how music and math are really one and the same, right? In our next video, I'll reveal reason number 8 in the top 15 reasons why you learn music theory faster through play in a game called Rhythm and Rest Time. And everybody needs to have a rest now and then. I'm going to show you how our proven system in our UMT's exclusive Rhythm and Rest teaching technique helps students grasp the concept of how to add rest correctly in a measure. It's really cool. Sheila and I have been writing together for many, many, many years, and we just had that aha moment and thought, this is brilliant. It's exclusive to the Ultimate Music Theory program, and I know you're absolutely going to love it. So if you already have the Basic Rudiments workbook, then you've probably explored that special little system that I'll be sharing with you next time in reason number 8. And if not, you want to make sure to grab your Basic Rudiments workbook and grab your party pack and be ready to play. So I'm excited to help you get started with that. So the party pack actually includes the prep game pack, the basic game pack, which we played from today, your basic game pack, your Sola and Tito stuffies, and the UMT student whiteboard with your dry eraser and marker. And so you're ready to learn through play. So if you've enjoyed this video on why we learn music theory faster through play, please love and comment and share and subscribe so that you'll have access to all of our upcoming videos. And make sure that you join our Ultimate Music Theory Facebook group because we have a lot of super cool things coming your way, but that's only in the Ultimate Music Theory group. So make sure you sign up for that and I'll see you inside that group for sure. So as always, sparkle like a sola and teach with passion. Have a great day. Bye, Sola.